That's going to be fascinating now for a lot of people, because I've dug history around here for 10 years, but still I'll get surprised. And one thing I was surprised with this is that there's quite a few people I wasn't aware of, which I think is part of the appeal of this, isn't it?
It is. Look, this is the story. Greystones is the story of a lot of people over a long period of time. It's milestones, it's events, and all the highs and the lows of a community. And this is extraordinary to have been able to put this together in a timeline for Greystones.
Yeah.
It's not quite gone back to Adam and Eve, but it's not too far from that.
Paddy and Mary, we go back that far.
Paddy and Mary's. It's certainly gone back to the Middle Ages, and
Right.
having Peter Murtagh do some of the writing on it, and some of the research from Colin, and some from yourself, Paul.
Oh, yeah, well, I threw in some Catholic perspective as well. It was important to balance it out there a little bit.
That's exactly it. But one of the nice things about this is that it's in a kind of a short snippet way. You
Right.
can take a piece of it, and when we think about it, I mean, 1 million journeys, more or less,
Yeah.
start and finish in Greystones every year. People leaving, people coming back, people going to work, people going onwards. So
Yeah.
this is kind of the front porch, if you like, of Greystones.
Sure.
And the station really deserves to be loved, and I think that's what, not just this, but all the projects with the artwork across the way, and the planters and everything else, that's all starting to do all that, and it's all kind of coming together.
Well, all the best waiting rooms have a good coffee table or two in the lobby. Now, I'm just wondering, I know Ross, yourself, I'm just wondering, how drunk were you when you said, you know what we should do with the station?
No, I assure you we weren't drunk up, but it's like a lot of things. In fact, it reminds me of, which I might finish on in a minute or two, but
Yeah.
of the West Clare Railway in many ways, you know. But it's, you know, are you right there, Michael? Are you right? I mean, the station project really kind of started back with Greystones 2020 and Grania McLaughlin,
Yeah.
and there was a whole kind of a project, an idea of doing stuff, and Colin O'Brien did some stuff for that, some design stuff, and he's been working on it since then as well. And it kind of, during COVID, it kind of went into a sort of
Sure.
limbo, so to
Lockdown,
speak.
yeah.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
And then with the energy of Ross and some of the other members of the Greystones town team, and of course Nikki as well, who's here.
Bada boom will embarrass Nikki. Well done, Nikki!
It's all started to kind of come back together, and hopefully by the spring, I think that this is going to be even further enhanced, because there's some fabulous new sculpture totems going to happen across the way, and that's really going to celebrate as well some of the famous and maybe some of the infamous people
There we go.
that kind of came through here. Yeah.
It's always good to have a few wanted posters up alongside the famous. So we should say people can still get involved. There's been wonderful, I know yourself and Helen have sponsored this wonderful history here, and there are other opportunities, but really ultimately it's just a gift to the people.
It is,
Yeah.
and one of the important things about this, Paul, this isn't grant driven by anybody else. This is only all donors of well-wishers in Greystones. This is a kind of a private donorship. Donors, you can you know, donate or pay for some of the planters. There's lots of opportunities, and we'd like to be able to do this from the people of Greystones and the surrounding area, because as you know, as a native of here, our town really has grown from being a wee village to an almost metropolis. Yeah?
No, I suppose we can turn off the camera, but you're going to show me where my plinth is going to be. I'll just if I can choose a spot, that'd be great. I'd like the sun, to be honest.
No problem. I just kind of finished with the one, as you know, as I kind of used to go on holidays to Kilkee when I was young, and this reminded me of, you know, are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Yeah. Do you think that we'll be there before the night?
Ta-dum.
And it all depends on whether the old engine stays together. And it might,
we're chugging along. We'll be fine.
That's great. Thanks.